Shalom. Shalom. All praise goes to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors goes to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that are taught me the truth. Much love and peace and blessings goes out to all you hopeful elect brothers that are teaching the word of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, as well as the sincere listeners that are listening, coming back to your God, Yahweh Yahweh Shai. So, this is going to be a lesson, and may the Holy Spirit speak through me to edify you brothers out there. But this is going to be kind of a response to this recent news about NASA hiring 24 theologians to study human reaction to aliens. As this, this headline reads, this is from the New York Post. So, pretty much the gist of what's going on is that, in response to all the recent UFO activity and spiritual happenings, Esau is trying to explain away, in other words, deceive the minds of the people as to what's happening on the earth. Because Esau Edom, the devil, the so-called white man, through his ruling power structure, the banks, the top organizations, the governments, right, the media, they understand and they know well and clear that the so-called UFOs are the chariots of the Most High, that they are the vehicles in which the angels use to travel to and fro through the earth. Okay? But the thing about it is, he wants to maintain the narrative on what these forces are in the sky so that he could sway people's opinion, sway the minds of the zombies which are under him to believe whatever he's saying in whatever direction that he wants to go with it. And we know ultimately, according to the scriptures, there's going to be that final battle in the heavens between Yahweh Shai and his forces, his chariots, what they call UFOs, and then the armies of the heathen. Hey, so Esau quite possibly right now setting the stage to deceive the people into thinking that the chariots, which a lot of people are starting to see more and more, that they're really aliens and that they are the enemy, so that prophecy could be manifest. You know what I mean? So it says, I'm gonna just read some of this article. It says, between heaven and earth, where do aliens fit in? That's the question that NASA hopes theologians at the Center for Theological Inquiry in Princeton, New Jersey can answer in a recent effort to understand how humans will react to the news that intelligent life exists on other planets. So Esau was revealing a mouthful in that statement there. It says how they're going to react to the news, meaning that Esau, he plans to come out and say and substantiate the existence of the so-called UFOs, right? And but he's going to try to say that they come from a different planet, which is totally false. You see, so all this where NASA is trying to hire these individuals, these theologians, it's all bullshit, okay? Because if you look, I looked up this definition for theologian. It says theologian, a person who engages in or is an expert in theology, meaning they went to school for the study of holy texts. Like you got theologians that specialize in the Bible, that specialize in the Quran, etc. Just they aren't per se believers of these faiths, but they study it and they're trained to come up with answers. But the scriptures tell you that, that they look, only the prophets can explain the spiritual things of the scriptures. Because this earth is under the vibration of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai and the scriptures. Okay, because it says here, 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 19, I'll start from 19. It says, for it is written, I would destroy the wisdom of the wise. And people like theologians and so forth, they're considered the wise because they go to school for X amount of years and, they get all these accolades. They might have degrees. They'll have titles in front of their name like doctors. But the Lord said, I will destroy that, meaning I'll make it of something of naught. It says, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. And why is that? Why is it going to be made nothing? Because they're not going to have any answers as to what's about to happen on this earth pretty soon. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is he's about to rip this place, this kingdom, this empire of Esau, Edom, a new one. And none of his wise men, you got to think back as well to this, right? Think back to the wise men of Nebuchadnezzar. The people that try to interpret his dream, they didn't have no answers. But you know who did have answers? Was Daniel. Because why? The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai was dealing with him. And this is why eventually they're going to have to come full circle for the prophets, man. It says, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise. Salakia, verse 20 says, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Hath not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. See? So it's the knowledge of the men that preach Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that it pleases the Most High, man. Not some guy like Vocab Malone. He's well studied in this, that, and that area, but he has zero answers. He can't break down now one prophecy when it comes to the scriptures, man. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna also want to go to this precept. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34 and 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. See? So the true book that's to be sought out is the book of the Lord. Like this dude's talking about, he gonna come out with a book as you read on, right? It says here, university, and I'm mentioning, when I meant this dude, I'm talking about this one of these theologians that's hired to explain away the phenomenon of chariots. He is coming out with a book, but the scriptures tell you, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. It says, University of Cambridge, religious scholar. And Cambridge is a prestigious school, if I may add. School with hundreds of years of history. And, a lot of esteemed scholars come out of that school. You know, people that are millionaires, people that are in history books. But yet and still, do they got the understanding? No. It said, who holds a doctorate in biochemistry from Oxford, is one of the 24 theologians enlisted to help with the project, UK reported last week. In a recent statement on the University of Cambridge's Faculty of Divinity blog, Davison says his research so far has already seen just how frequently theology and astrobiology has been topic in popular writing during the previous 150 years. Davis's upcoming book, right? So this dude got a book, but the scriptures tell you, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. We need a book from the fucking Edomite to explain away what the information on the chariots is. You get that information from the prophets, because Esau can't tell you. You know, it says astrobiology and Christian doctrine, due out in 2022, according to the Times, will cover part of CTI and NASA's joint spiritual exploration, in which his most significant question is how theologians would just respond to the notion of there having been many incarnations of Mashiach in the universe, he added in the blog post. So the thing is, there wasn't several incarnations of Yahushua in the universe. He only came on earth, man. And he came on earth as far as the scriptures say, he came as Adam. He came, Yahushua also came as Isaac. Yahushua, who they call Jesus, also came as Melchizedek. He also came as King Solomon. And lastly, he came as himself, as his true form, Yahushua, to save the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans from their sins. But see, this is all, the wisdom of this world. This the shit that why the scriptures tell you that how the Lord made foolishness the wisdom of this world in 2 Corinthians 1 and 20. Because this is the type of stuff that they're reporting on, but it's not true. It's not accurate. It says this is the latest dispatch to come in a partnership between the U.S. Space Agency and the Religious Institute. In 2014, NASA awarded CTI 1.1 million grant to study worshipers' interest in and openness to scientific inquiry called Social Implications of Astrobiology Study. Salaki, give me 1 second, brothers. Salaki, I'm back. It says studies have shown links between religiosity and belief in extraterrestrial intelligence. Because people that believe in aliens, as they call them, and also believe in the Bible, they're bug outs. Because the Bible doesn't mention how the Lord created aliens on different planets and civilizations afar off. The only civilization right now in this current time is the one upon the earth right now. That's it. Now, as to say whether it's going to be in the future, the truthfully is yes, because in the kingdom, the empire, if you will, of the Israelites, in which who they call Jesus Christ is going to rule on earth again, we're going to set up establishments across the universe and colonies and all of that, different habitations. So it says here in 2 Ezra 6 and 38, this is Ezra's detailing the creation while he was crying out to the Most High. 2 Ezra 6 and 38. And I said, O Yahweh, thou spakest from the beginning of the creation, even the first day, and saidest thus, let the heaven and earth be made, and thy work was a perfect work. So at that point, when the Lord in the first day, he spoke, the spirits, the Elohim created the heaven and the earth, meaning the space and the earth beneath it. It says, and then was the spirit and the darkness and silence were on every side. The sound of man's voice was not yet formed. So that was the time when all the elements were in creation, but the entire creation and the elements, the earth, the heavens, it was all dark. There was no light. There was no light and there was no sound. It says, thou commandest thou a fair light to come forth of thy treasures, that thy work might appear. Upon the second day thou madest the spirit of the firmament, and commandest it to part asunder, and to make a division betwixt the waters, that one part might go up and the other remain beneath. So that was the division between the sea and the firmament on earth and the ozone, and then the rest of the heavens, man. Upon the third day, thou didst command that the water should be gathered in the seventh part of the earth. 6 parts hast thou dried up and kept them, to the intent that of these some might be planted of the Most High, and tilled might serve thee. So meaning the Most High divided the earth from the waters. It says, for as soon as thy word went forth, the work was made. For immediately there was great and innumerable fruit, and many and diverse pleasures for the taste, and flowers of unchangeable color, and odors of wonderful smell. And this was done the third day. So the third day is when the Lord had that division between the waters, the seas, and the land. And upon the land grew fruit. and all these different diverse plants you see upon the earth today. And there was a beautiful smell on the earth from the plants. It says, upon the fourth day, thou commandest that the sun should shine and the moon should give her light and the stars should be in order. So that was when the Lord created all the stars of the heavens, created the sun and the moon to be that the great light and the lesser light upon the earth. And the stars to be lights in the heavens to shine at night as well. It says, and gavest them a charge to do service unto man, and that was to be made. So it wasn't a service unto aliens, but it was unto men. It says, upon the fifth day, thou settest unto the seventh part, where the waters were gathered, that it should bring forth living creatures, fowls and fishes. And so it came to pass. For the dumb water and without life brought forth living things at the commandment of the Most High, that all thy people mightest praise thy wondrous works. Then thou didst ordain two living creatures, one thou callest Enoch and the other Leviathan. So upon this day, that's when you had all the living creatures come, the creatures of the sea, the creatures of the air, the creatures of the land. You see what I'm saying? So in the creature known as Enoch, that was human, the human beings. And Leviathan is the giant sea monster that rules the seas. Okay? It says, and didst separate the one from the other for the seventh part, namely where the water was gathered together, might not hold them both. Unto Enoch thou gavest one part, which was dried up the third day, that he should dwell in the same part wherein are 1,000 hills. Meaning upon he gave the land to man. But unto Leviathan thou gavest the seventh part, namely the moist, and kept him to be devoured of whom thou wilt, and when. Upon the sixth day thou gavest commandment unto the earth, that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. So the sixth day, I misspoke, Salaki. The sixth day was where you had all the different land animals come, be it like bugs, goats, cattle, deer, dogs, bats. Not bats. This were the creeping things. These are the land animals that walk. That's not the animals that fly. And all the animals that walk upon the earth, elephants, big cats, all this. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people whom also thou hast chosen. So that's when the Lord created that chosen line, because man was created beforehand, but also you had Adam, which come forth after. And he was that chosen line, because you had other people that lived during the time when Adam was, erected, if you will, when he was risen up. So within all these, right, these are the 7 days of creation, right? They didn't mention no day where there was some fucking aliens made. That's the point of me getting all this information, okay? So these damn bug outs, they don't know what they're talking about, okay? It says, studies have shown, I'm going to go back to this post. Studies have shown links between religiosity and belief in extraterrestrial intelligence. Research published from 2017 found that people with a strong desire to find meaning but a low adherence to a particular religion are more likely to believe aliens exist. And that's people, basically people that don't believe in the scriptures, bug outs. It says, indicating faith in other theory may come from the same human impulse. Right, because, it's within men to understand that there's something in the heavens, but they don't know what it is. So they try to explain it away and says life on other planets. Well, really, it's the angels, man. It's the chariots and nothing else. So this is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. This speaking of Yahweh Shai and his coming. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. So meaning this is going to be the reaction of the people when they see what Esau calls aliens, which are really the angels. And they look like men. They're not alien big bug-headed, bug-eyed creatures. No, they look like powerful human beings with wings and glorious armor and stuff. And they travel in what's known as UFOs. Okay? And this is how Yahweh Shai is coming back. But it mentions in the Bible as them being clouds, because they fly upon the heavens like in the same manner that what you call clouds do today. You know? So I mean, that's how the Lord is coming back. And Esau, he's trying to deceive the earth, bringing out theologians and NASA, and they're corroborating to come up with this information. But the truth, at the end of the day, the truth will be revealed. And Yahweh Shai, he's gonna come back and make his presence be known. Yahweh Shai himself is gonna debunk that alien theory. Okay. So all praise goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Shalom.